Hi everybody, happy HBK Wellness Wednesday. It is amazing how quickly we keep looping back around to Mittwoch, as some of the Germans and others in Europe like to say, or the midweek. Today on HBK Wellness Wednesday, we are talking about something a little unique, and I might even give you a close-up on, which is lateral eye movement. This is something that, believe it or not, I actually looked at many years ago, about 4, when I did EMDR therapy, which is eye movement desensitization and reprogramming therapy. Now, here's the idea behind it, and I'm going to give you guys a link to Dr. Andrew Huberman's little quick talk, about 14 minutes, that talks about more of the neuroscience behind this. Basically, the idea is that in the brain, eye movement helps reduce stress. It helps in particular to reduce the amygdala response, which floods our system with lots of neurochemicals like adrenaline or acetylcholine and other things that agitate our system. We want a certain amount of this to get us up, get us moving, and get us doing things that are productive. But of course, when we become flooded with these neurochemicals, things start to shut down. A lot of us are familiar with the idea of fight or flight or freeze as some of our main reactions to extreme stress. The eye movement is actually related to both of those first two, if you really think about it. Freezing, obviously, if we're still, there's not much going on. And this is arguably one of our most vulnerable states when we are in stress, right? So if you think about it, if you freeze because you're just that stressed out, you are much more likely to be or continue to be in harm's way, in danger. Your other two responses, whether it's fight or flight, both generally involve moving through space. Now, what Dr. Huberman talks about with this is that as we move through space, so as I walk through space, what happens is my surroundings go past me. I think we've all had the experience of watching a movie where they're driving a car and you start to get kind of dizzy because you have this weird effect of things going past you. We're very used to that when we're using our actual peripheral vision. But part of what Dr. Huberman's lab actually saw was that in reality, our eyes aren't necessarily fixed straight forward, but they are in fact doing micro movements from side to side, catching those things as they go by. So those micro movements seem to be tied to the amygdala in his research, and that helps calm the system down. I personally like to think about the fact that, again, whether you're fighting or you're flying, you are taking action in the face of whatever is stressing you or potentially causing you fear, which means you're either trying to confront it and make it stop, or you're just trying to get away from it as fast as possible. Either way, you are really, really, really doing something to take care of yourself in some way. Versus freezing, which means you just are so paralyzed you can't do anything. Not that we really can control or be aware of these, but what if you find yourself in a stressful situation and you're not able to get up and go for a walk? You're not able to head out the door or walk around the building or walk around your house or whatever. Or Dr. Huberman talks about putting on a VR headset and creating that same effect, that three-dimensional of images moving past you. You're not able to do that. You can use this back and forth eye motion to help calm your system down. You probably want to, if you're in the middle of a meeting that you can't run out of, maybe look down, but you still could look from one side of the table to the other without it being really, really obvious. This is a great thing to do if you can't get up and move, which of course we talk about on this channel all the time as being a fantastic way of working with managing our stress. The other piece of EMDR therapy that the therapists look at is the idea behind overlaying a positive experience with a negative experience. If you're recalling negative, stressful, heaven forbid, traumatic events in your life, a lot of what early research in psychiatry actually found was that just the safe bond with the therapist while you were talking helped to decrease that amygdala response in the body. EMDR, using this eye movement while you're recalling these events in a safe environment, can help bring that down and dysregulate it even further, especially for difficult cases or highly stressful situations. So this is something you can practice. I've been playing with this some this week, just recalling things that were very stressful about losing my father this past year, and working with looking from side to side in the room and seeing what happened, seeing if I felt a difference. Comment below and tell me what you think. If you try this, did you notice a difference? Another piece from postural restoration that's very interesting is that we worked in one of my classes 2 weeks ago on unwinding the cranium. Yes, we were again relating to stress. We tend to hold our face. Remember, I always say those 57 muscles in your face, we tend to hold those in a very specific pattern of tightness, frequently looking to our right and stretching and stretching to our right. So what we were doing in postural restoration was we were looking to the left. We were bringing our left teeth together. We were looking to the left and holding that. And we can even think about focusing on breathing from the left side. Now, I actually have my computer monitor slightly faced to my left, so I'm kind of always in this position. So I actually do find that some time to the left and then a bit of time, right teeth together, right eye together, tongue on the right side of the roof of the mouth, helps to balance me a little bit. So there is so much information in how thinking about one side or the other, looking from one side to the other or one side at a time, and you don't have to do it quickly, you can do it slowly. Doesn't have to go super fast, in order to down-regulate some of these fight or flight responses that are natural in our bodies. So that is this week's Wellness Wednesday, about how lateral eye movement, not up and down, lateral eye movement can make a huge difference, because what do we often do? We go for the food. We go for arguing with our partner or other less positive, especially if we're looking to maintain a certain shape, size, or wellness level with our eating and our supplementation. We can get thrown off the rails. Real quick, easy way, try it for 30 seconds, see what you think about using lateral eye movements to downregulate that stress. What else do you guys want to talk about? This was just such a fascinating and fun topic for me to learn about this week. I had to share it with you guys, but I'm always up for questions and doing more research of other interesting things that you want to learn about. So, how did this work for you? Did you get results? What else do you want to hear about? Don't forget, of course, to like, comment, and share the video. In the meantime, I'm Keonalia. I want to see you move, live, and thrive. So I'll see you on the next one.